Toe Trap with another video today. Hope everyone's good, hope everyone's family is blessed. Today's video is the Federal Reserve denies FedNow is a CBDC. So let's get into this. Online sources posted disinformation on payment system as anti-CBDC sentiment grows. The Federal Reserve said its FedNow payment system is not related to a digital currency, apparently in response to an online conspiracy theory. It's not conspiracy theory. CBDCs are actually coming out, not only just in America but worldwide. So please do your research and look into it. I've got several videos on it and other people online as well. I put out certain videos as well, touching on CBDC topic, but let's get into this. It's not a conspiracy, but let's continue. In a statement posted on its Twitter feed on April the 12th, the Fed said the new system is neither a form of currency nor a step towards eliminating any form of payment, including cash. The tweet borrows text from an existing FAQ on FedNow. The tweet came after several online sources posted disinformation regarding FedNow. This included an April the 5th tweet by a prominent anti-vax campaigner. The Federal Reserve declined to comment about any specific source or item of disinformation. Robert F. Kennedy, Jr., a lawyer and anti-vax campaigner, tweeted on April the 5th that the central bank will introduce its FedNow central bank digital currency in July. Kennedy was a prominent environmental lawyer and activist for several decades. Since the mid-2000s, he had also been involved in anti-vax activism, alleging vaccines cause childhood illnesses. He filed paperwork to run for Democrat presidential nominee on the same day, although observers said he had no realistic chance of success. Kennedy's uncle was President John F. Kennedy, and his father was Attorney General and Senator Robert F. Kennedy. In a tweet, Kennedy claimed CBDCs would allow the federal government to monitor, restrict, block, transact, and enforce arbitrary discards, i.e. vax mandatories. The candidate also urges that FedNow would be a prelude to the prohibition and seizure of Bitcoin. So even this politician even says it. CBDCs would allow the government to monitor and restrict and block transactions, you know. Let's continue. FedNow will begin operation in July, will allow banks and financial institutions to process retail payments between themselves almost instantly. The system will function continuously, including weekend holidays and overnight. Although some central banks operate retail payment systems that serve individual customers, such as Brazil PIX, FedNow's clients will be depository institutions. The U.S. Treasury and Federal Reserve has been investigating CBDCs but have never resolved to introduce one. In September, the U.S. Treasury said developing a digital currency could take years. It's happening around the world very fast. So they probably got something in the background, man. Obviously in FedNow, they're saying it's not relating to CBDCs, but at the end of the day, just want power, man, control, man. Well, they really got the power, but they just want more control. know what you're spending, how you're spending it. But let's continue. The Fed Twitter statement quoted Fed Chair Jeremy Powell, who told a congressional committee last month that a CBDC would need congressional approval. Replica- Republican opposition to CBDC mounts. Some Republican politicians have expressed opposition to any US CBDC. In March 2022, a group of Republican senators, including a measure to ban a federal digital currency, saying it risks government surveillance of citizens. In an April the 1st speech in Pennsylvania, the Florida governor Ron DeSantis warned that the government could use CBDCs to restrict purchase or gasoline or firearms. They also going to try to impose a ESG agenda on that, said DeSantis, a potential Republican presidential candidate. Yeah, man. I put out a video on my YouTube and TikTok account about the Florida governor, man. That's a real G, in my personal opinion. Kept it honest and basically spoke the truth, even though he's in government himself, talking about CBDCs, how, like, yeah, for example, you couldn't even, um, there's a potential when it does come out, you can't, the government could tell you can't buy no firearms, you can't buy this, you can't buy that, they can block it, they can see what you're buying, you understand? There's no privacy no more. So, yeah, man, definitely gotta respect that, man, especially in politics. But let's continue. Let's continue. So in March, DeSantis announced support for a measure that would deny a federal CBDC the status of money under federal law. The Florida legalization, legislator is considering anti-CBDC legislation. That's going to be hard in America, man. If they do put out a CBD in America, that's going to be. I don't think that's going to work, in my personal opinion. Julie Hill, a law professor at the University of Alabama, explained that the commercial code Florida officials want to amend does not prescribe medium of exchange. For example, currently checks and credit card payments are not treated as money by these laws but are still widely used. She said even if CBDC is not money under federal law, people could still use it for payments, hold it as an asset, or use it as collateral for a loan. Yeah, man. So this is the article. Again, the Federal Reserve denies FedNow is a CBDC. So let me know what you think, man. What do you think? Do you think CBDCs are not coming out? You know, there's some people are skeptical about it. Do you think it is a CBDC? What do you think in your opinion? Let me know, guys, man. It's your boy Crypto Trapper, and I'm out.